So most modern corporations still operate exactly like the ancient Roman legion. I mean, orders flow down this really rigid vertical chain of command, and middle managers just act as, well, mere biological routers. They just pass information up and down the line.
Yeah, exactly. And today we're taking a deep dive into a set of sources that argue this thousands of years old model is it's on the verge of total collapse.
Right. And it's not because we're getting, better messaging apps or faster Wi-Fi. It's a much bigger shift.
Right. It's a fundamental shift toward machine-readable, self-learning organizations, places where humans are just no longer the transmission links at all.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because right now, a lot of executives think the end game is basically just giving a worker an AI copilot,
Right.
just to boost productivity by, say, 20%.
Yeah, but our sources argue well, it's like strapping a jet engine to a wooden cart.
A jet engine on a wooden cart. Like that.
Right, because sure, you go faster through the mud for a little bit, but eventually the wheels just vibrate right off. If you use AI merely as a helper, the human is still the one setting tasks, checking the work, and passing it along.
So they remain the bottleneck?
Exactly. You haven't removed the bottleneck at all. You've really just sped up the conveyor belt feeding into it. The claim here is that the actual goal is a completely self-learning entity.
Okay, but if humans step out of that middleman role, what exactly replaces them?
Well, the sources outline a 5-layer recursive AI loop. It functions a lot like a digital nervous system. So it starts with sensing.
Sensing, like gathering data.
Yeah, the organs, basically. Reading client emails, scanning support tickets. Then comes the policy layer, which is like the brain deciding on an action.
Got it. And then what does it do with that decision?
It sends instructions to the 3rd layer, the deterministic tools. These are basically API hands that, push buttons in your database.
Okay, that makes sense.
But the real magic happens in the final 2 layers. You have strict quality gates to check the work for safety, and then a learning layer where the system analyzes its mistakes and literally rewrites its own rules for next time.
See, here's where it gets really interesting, but also kind of scary. I mean, letting an AI change code autonomously while we sleep. That sounds like a sci-fi disaster waiting to happen.
I get that, but that's exactly why those quality gates provide such strict governance. The source actually brings up a fascinating claim from Y Combinator about something called observer agents.
Oh, observer agents. How do those work?
Well, imagine an employee searches for an internal document and the search fails. Normally, nobody submits an IT ticket for that, right?
Yeah, you just give up and ask someone.
Right. But an observer agent instantly notices the failure. It autonomously writes code to fix the search gap, has a completely independent agent test that fixes for vulnerabilities, and then it generates a secure merge request overnight.
Wait, really? By morning, the problem is just gone.
Exactly. It's totally resolved before anyone even logs on.
Okay, but for that observer agent to know a search failed in the first place, it needs eyes on everything. So what does this all mean? Do we have to record every single corridor chat and Slack message?
According to the source, yes. The entire organization has to become completely machine-readable. All context must be recorded. I mean, if it isn't documented, for the AI, it literally never happened.
Wow.
And a crazy consequence of this is that software itself becomes totally disposable.
It's disposable, like a single-use plastic.
Precisely. You wouldn't buy a massive, clunky application for a 5-year contract anymore. The AI could just generate a highly specific, ephemeral dashboard just for a 30-minute meeting.
INET.
And then the moment the meeting ends, that software is just thrown in the digital trash.
That completely upends how we think about tools. But, the source makes another claim I wanted to bring up. They suggest scaling a business is now limited by tokens burned rather than headcount.
Yeah, measuring effectiveness by compute power.
Right. But doesn't that run straight into Goodhart's law? Like, if you incentivize token usage, won't employees just game the system?
Oh, absolutely. That is a major governance warning in the text. If bonuses are tied to tokens burned, you're going to have employees writing scripts that ask the AI to generate, I don't know, Shakespearean borscht recipes all day.
Just to hit their quotas.
Exactly. The token metric is supposed to be an indicator of curiosity, not a literal scoreboard.
So if middle management is dead and AI is acting as this central coordinator spinning up dashboards, where do humans even belong?
The sources suggest humans are pushed to the very edges, the physical and emotional boundaries of the company. Algorithms just cannot imitate genuine empathy.
Right, so we become the diplomats.
Yes, for high-stakes situations, like resolving a severe conflict between founders. An AI can calculate a strategy to split equity in milliseconds, But you still need a human to look someone in the eye and rebuild trust.
It really leaves you with a chilling thought, though. If human workers are restricted strictly to these emotional boundaries, what happens when one company's AI begins negotiating directly with another company's AI?
That's a wild scenario to imagine.
Will the future of B2B commerce just become a completely silent machine-to-machine conversation, leaving human empathy as a mere luxury product? Something for you to chew on next time you feel like a biological router in your own Roman legion.